Carabao Cup final between Arsenal and Man City has been scheduled for March 22, next month, 2026. And there's a particular thing I want to talk about. This game between these two is not just a football match or just a final. It's a psychological game because it's going to psychologically affect the two teams. This is what I'm talking about. Arsenal and Man City are on the league table, naturally second and first. Right now leading by 6 points, Arsenal. And if Arsenal should go on to win this Carabao Cup, regardless of the margin between them when the Carabao Cup final being played on the 22nd of next month, is going to give Arsenal a boasting right and confidence to go on to win the game with a very, very serious mentality and confidence that since they could beat these guys on this cup final, definitely they have the matching right to beat them right here. In fact, their next game is going to affect the game. But on the other end, if Pep Guardiola should win this cup final, it will give Man City a very serious confidence and this assurance that we can go on. Since we could beat these guys in this cup final, we can beat them. This is what they have in store. Even at the next game at Etihad against Man City, it's going to be very difficult because they will come with this boosted morale that we want to win this game. We've won you just a few days ago. So it's going to be a very calamitous game. This game is at the detriment of whoever is going to lose the game. And whoever wins this particular game, this final, if Arsenal can win this final, I swear to God, it's going to take home people and village people for them not to win the Premier League outrightly. Because it's going to give them a serious boost and confidence that they can win this game. In fact, it will also affect their performance on the Champions League level. So this game is as important to them as the Premier League game. It's as important to them as the mentality of the two teams. And Man City ahead. Pep is struggling, fighting that Maguire that he just brought from Crystal Palace to start in this game. And the new rule of the transfer window is that when you bring in a player after the first leg of the transfer window has been played, that player will not be eligible to play the second leg of the Carabao Cup of the semi-final and also not be able to play the final. But somehow, checkbook manager is actually thriving. If they can have their way, even by payments, they will. I'm scared. The FIFA, the FA, they might compromise their standard. But I'm very sure if they do, there's going to be so much talk on that. So they will not want to put their credibility on the line. I'm sure they are not going to allow it. So Maguire is not going to play. And that is going to be a serious advantage to Arsenal's fast transitioning and penetration of the defense line. Obviously, we saw the influence of Maguire in the defense of Man City in the game against Tottenham. But the only thing that has screwed Man City up in that game is their inability to hold game, to control game for the two halves of a football right now. In fact, affected them in the game against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, second leg. But thank God they had a very serious margin on ground. But if they are playing against any team, I'm not sure they have any chance. Right now, Man City has a very high probability of finishing games in draw and even losing at final minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you think Arsenal has the right motivation and the firepower to go on to this game to win it? Leave in the comment section what you think about these two managers, Arsenal or Man City, for the Carabao Cup.